शैक्षणिक व्हिडिओमध्ये आपले स्वागत। सुधागड एज्युकेशन सोसायटीचे केआ बांठिया माध्यमिक विद्यालय व एन पालीवाला ज्युनियर कॉलेज नवीन पनवेल सादर करीत आहे शैक्षणिक व्हिडिओ।
Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with the topic life processes in living organism. Myself Kavita Chauhan from Sudhagad Education Society, K.A. Bhatia English Medium School, New Panvel. Now, before starting the topic, I want to discuss about the life process. What is meant by life process? Life process means the process of functions on which we start living or we survive. This Hello everyone. Myself Kavita Chauhan from Sudhagad Education Society, K.A. Bhatia English Medium School, New Panvel. We are starting with the topic life processes in living organisms. So, first of all, my question is, what is life process? Life processes are the functions or processes on which we live. That means without those functions we cannot survive. So, how these life processes happens inside our body? First of all, we will discuss about all the life processes in our body. Which are those life processes? Life processes, those are the respiration, digestion, excretion, circulatory systems, and other so many functions which are happening inside our body continuously without any gap. So, how these processes happens in our body? So, to perform these life processes, we need food. Through food, we get nutrients, and these nutrients we know that due to some special foods we get that is carbohydrates, proteins, and vitamins, minerals. These carbohydrates gives us energy. Proteins gives us bodybuilding, and the vitamins and minerals gives protection and regulation of nutrients. Okay, but only the abundance of nutrients in our body is not enough to perform all these life processes. So one may say that how and what is the how we can do the life processes, or how the functions are performed in our body. So main thing is oxygen. If there is no oxygen in our body, then the nutrients cannot be converted into energy. So, to convert glucose, which we get from the carbohydrates, how it get converted into energy? So you can see that glucose, that is C6H12O2 plus CO2 gives C6CO2 plus 6H2O plus energy. Energy in the form of ATP means what? Adenosine triphosphate. That means if only the nutrients are present in our body, then the energy cannot be formed because there is no oxygen. So how we can get oxygen? Oxygen we get through the process of respiration. So how the respiration happens? One may say that the breathing, that is inhalation and exhalation, is breathing. But this is in a gross way. Gross way means in a outer, we can say this is the outer respiration. But actually the respiration happens, see, this is the steps involved in the actual respiration. Respiration means inhalation of O2 from the outside of our body, like we take oxygen from nose and then it goes to the lungs, and from this lungs oxygen transferred to the organs. Organs may be, it can be kidney, it can be heart, it can be any other cell of our body, maybe brain, maybe digestive system, any organ. And these organs are made up of tissues. So that means this O2 is getting transferred from organ to tissues and tissues to cell. Okay. Now here in the cell, actual internal respiration occurs. Okay. So respirations are of two types, aerobic and anaerobic. Aerobic means the glucose, that is this C6H12O2, get directly converted into oxygen through the process of glycolysis, Krebs cycle and electron transfer cycle. And in anaerobic respiration, the direct oxidation of glucose is not done, but the glucose molecule is broken down through the process of fermentation and glycolysis, and then the oxidation is done. This is called as anaerobic respiration. So this anaerobic and anaerobic processes we are going to see in the further lecture. Now we are going to see the cellular respiration. In the cellular respiration there are two steps, that is inside the cytoplasm and inside the mitochondria. That means this cellular respiration happens in two steps. First is at the cytoplasm. Inside the cytoplasm, that is which is full of glucose. That glucose gets glycolysis. Means the glucose molecule, macromolecule of glucose get converted into pyruvic acid through the process of glycolysis. And with the pyruvic acid, 2 ATP and 2 molecules of hydrogen atoms are formed. Okay, that means at this level, 2 molecules of pyruvic acid, 2 molecules of ATP. ATP means adenine triphosphate, and 2 molecules of water is formed. Okay. Instantly the pyruvic acid get converted into 2 molecules of acetyl coenzyme A. Okay. And NADH2 plus carbon dioxide. So here everywhere the 2 molecules of this two molecules are formed at each step. Okay. So at the end we will find out how much energy we are getting from this process. Okay. So this 2 acetyl coenzyme and NADH2. What is NADH2? NADH2 is the nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. This is a kind of enzyme which is used for specially for cellular respiration. Okay. With the at this only the nicotinamide, that means the NADH2 is formed. Okay. Now this 2 acetyl coenzyme is getting converted into it gets transferred into the mitochondria. It enters into the mitochondria, and here inside the mitochondria the Krebs cycle occurs, and which is also called as tricarboxylic acid cycle or citric cycle. Okay. So that means inside the this is the question of filling the gaps. One may ask you that where the glycolysis occurs or where the Krebs cycle occurs. So you need to understand where the glycolysis is happening. Glycolysis always happens in cytoplasm, and the Krebs cycle, that is tricarboxylic acid cycle or citric cycle, is happening inside the mitochondria, and that is also because of the acetyl coenzyme, the molecule which enters into the mitochondria. That acetyl coenzyme A is getting transferred into carbon dioxide, hydrogen, water, and also the NADH2 and FADH2. Now what is this FADH2? This is another kind of enzyme which is present during the cellular respiration. Okay. And further process we'll see that this is called as an energy currency. Why it is called as energy currency, that we'll see further. After this process inside the mitochondria, the electron transfer chain is also occurred in a mitochondria only. Okay. In this process, the NADH2, which is formed here, is converted into 3 ATP. ATP means what? We have already seen. ATP means adenosine triphosphate. Okay, that means the one NADH2 gives you 3 ATP molecules. Okay, and one FADH2, that is an enzyme molecule, gives you 2 ATP plus water. Okay, in this process, with this we are getting water. Where we are getting this in the electron transfer cycle or chain, we can say. So I told you that it is called as these FADH2 and NADH2 are called as energy currencies. Why? Because see, this NADH2 and FADH2 get converted to ATP, and ATP is like a chiller. That means if you have 10 rupees, so that means you have 10 1 rupee coin, isn't it? Now suppose we have 10 rupees note. So that means I have 10 1 rupee coins, isn't it? In the same way, these NADH2 and FADH2 get converted into ATPs. It's like a coins in our energy coins inside our cell. So that's why it is called as ATP is called as energy currency of the cell. Okay, because all the energy which is stored inside the mitochondria as an energy molecule, it is called as, that's why it is called as ATP. Because whenever it is necessary, the mitochondria can always use for the function of the body this energy, and these ATPs are stored inside the mitochondria, and that's why it is called as the powerhouse of energy. Okay, all these ATPs get stored inside the mitochondria, and that's why it is called as powerhouse of the energy. Okay, up to now you have understood. These are the NADH2 and FADH2, two enzymes, special type of enzymes which are present during the cellular respiration, and these FADH2 and NADH2 get transferred into the ATP, which is the energy currency which gets stored in the mitochondria, and it is called as powerhouse of the energy. Okay. Now how the exactly these ATPs form, okay, or how the energy get released inside the cell, we are going to see through this diagram. Okay. Now this is the adenine and ribose. This total molecule is called as ATP, that is adenine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate. Okay, and this is the adenine molecule, and this is the ribose molecule, and these are the 1, 2, and 3. 3 are the phosphate molecules, which are bonded with the covalent bond, and inside this covalent bond, energy is stored. Okay, and whenever the cell needs energy, this bond gets breakage here, and the energy gets released, and this ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate, get converted into adenosine diphosphate. That means we can just like a cell inside our phone, we can show that this is now completely filled cell, and after that this is completely empty cell. This happens exactly like this. Whenever this covalent bond gets break, in the process the energy is released, and that's why the cell gets energy. As I have already told you that at the every process we are getting the energy molecules. Okay, at the end of all these processes we get total 38 ATP molecules. That means the energy currency we are getting, that is the number is 38. In this process, now see, in the aerobic respiration, in aerobic respiration, first of all the carbohydrates get oxidized through the process of glycolysis, and after that pyruvic acid is formed. Pyruvic acid get converted into acetyl coenzyme, and this due to the acetyl coenzyme, through the process of Krebs cycle, that is also called as cyclic process of Krebs cycle or the citric cycle or carboxylic cycles. Inside this cycle also the same process happens, and the NADH2 FADH2 form. With that the carbon dioxide and water molecule is derived, and at the end the 32 molecules of ATP are formed. Okay, that means the aerobic respiration gives us maximum number of molecules of the energy. Suppose body do not get the supply of carbohydrates anyhow the body will require energy. So from the lipid it starts getting glycolysis and acetyl coenzyme form, and again the Krebs cycle and energy is formed. In the same way proteins also. Okay, means if the carbohydrates are not there, the body will start making energy through the lipid, that means the fat inside our body, and that fats or lipid get converted into fatty acids, and fatty acid converted to acetyl coenzymes, and after that energy is formed. If the carbohydrates is not there, lipid is not there, then through the proteins from our body start converted into amino acids, and amino acid get converted into acetyl coenzyme A, and then again the same process happens, and the carbon dioxide, water molecule and energy is formed. And this is due to the aerobic respiration. And first, as we previously discussed, the aerobic respiration means the direct oxidation of glucose molecules. Now we are going to see what is meant by the anaerobic respiration. Now, in some organisms like bacteria, the direct oxidation of glucose molecule cannot happen. So that's why inside the bacteria, anaerobic respiration happens. That means the glycolysis happens, and then pyruvic acid fermentation. After the pyruvic acid is formed, the pyruvic acid gets fermented, and then different types of products are formed, that is vinegar and vitamins and other things are formed. This process is because of the microbes. Okay, and in the same way, sometimes in human bodies also the anaerobic respiration happens, and that is because when if we are running, so our legs gets less oxygen. In that condition, the glycolysis happens, pyruvic acid, and then fermentation happens, and then the lactic acid forms, and due to this lactic acid our legs get fatigue means we feel tired, and that's why the muscle cells gets anthrocytes, and that's why, and less energy is formed in this process. Due to that we feel tired and pain in the legs. That's why we can always say that in the aerobic respiration we get 38 molecules of ATP. In the anaerobic respiration we just get the 2 molecules of ATP, and that's why this is not the convenient way of respiration inside the cell, because we are not getting energy through this process. Maximum energy we are not getting. In the same way, another types of process happens, and pyruvic acid, then fermentation, and alcohols are also formed, and through these alcohols the yeast is formed. These are the different types of anaerobic respirations which are formed in the organisms.
आपले हक्काचे मराठी चॅनल रायगड ओवी न्यूज चॅनल, सदैव आपल्यासोबत रायगड ओवी न्यूज चॅनल. नेहमी पाहत राहा, लाईक करा, सबस्क्राईब करा आणि बेल आयकॉनवर क्लिक करायला विसरू नका.